Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Winning Picks Weekly. As always, I'm joined by both co-hosts, my buddy, my co-host, my co-hosts, my pals, Chip and Greg. What up, Chip? What up, Greg?
What's going on, man? Ready for
What's
another
up,
week?
man?
Ready for some more gambling? Had a heartbreaker last week. Had a bad week, really, gambling overall. Starting off a little slow this week, but it's middle of the week. We got plenty of opportunity to make it back. So I'm ready to talk to you guys, get some bets straight, and get some bets in. And hopefully ride this weekend out. Memorial Day weekend coming up. Not look like great weather. I don't know about down by you guys, but up here not look like great weather. So,
Amazing weather here, bro.
Yeah,
oh,
great weather here.
This is
Very
perfect.
sunny all day today. Great.
70s, 80s,
Saturday. I think Friday and Saturday is supposed to just rain all day up here. So Sunday and
you
Monday
take
is
it.
gonna
You
be
take it for
clutch.
all of us, bro. You take the brunt for us.
I'll do my best. But Chip, how you doing? How you gambling so far this week? What you got lined up for this
NBA
week?
the NBA is killing me with all the blowouts because I was talking about it on Twitter today. You can't do props either, and you can't trust these. The Celtics Heat series is the one I wanted to bet, and you can't trust it really because the two best teams against the spread in the playoffs are the Celtics and the Heat, and so it's tough to bet those games. And there's been so many blowouts in these two series. It's like you don't know who to bet. And Celtics Heat is going on right now. And it's another like who could have expected. Like, I mean, now you're talking about blowouts again, and now it's finally close. And it's Hero is out. You thought, the line moved, and it's probably going to be a close game tonight. But it was both these series have been tough series to bet. And I think I won one spread bet in Celtics Heat. I didn't bet them all because I just lost like the first two games, and I'm bowing out of this for now. But I won a couple of player props like Tatum, betting Tatum's points.
Yeah, I had him the other night.
It's been a good one. Yeah, he's been pretty good, and Butler too. I think leaning towards Butler in the playoffs is always a good one. But yeah, I've been. Yeah, I
feel like
guess, but
yeah, they keep saying he's injured every time he has a bad game.
the thing about the playoffs is I feel like point props are tough to get because some guys are just gonna have an off night because it's the playoffs. Leaning towards like role players at home is the kind of stuff that you should go for in the playoffs. Yeah, and I know you're in on that, John. Like that's the kind of, especially Heat role players. Those are the guys
Everybody.
to lean
I thought
towards.
the same thing,
Yeah.
Chip, and I had was it 2 days ago or whatever for the blowout for the Celtics Heat. I had Tatum, All Depot, who had a career, the best game he's played in forever. And then I had Strauss for the Heat.
Struce, yeah.
Had 0 points, a negative 33, 0 for 7 from the field. I was just like, I can't believe it. So I had them all individually, and then the fourth bet was a parlay with the three of them.
Yeah, that's
like that.
that's what I mean. The unpredictability. It's hard to bet these games, and then the blowout is the enemy of the player prop because
It's the enemy of everything. It's the enemy of I honestly
these.
I can't stand the NBA playoffs right now.
No, I said it's I almost well actually this game the Celtics Heat I just didn't bet. I'm like I'm staying away from the spread. On
Are you
this
done?
one.
Are you done with the Celtics Heat series? Let's get into some gambling here.
I don't know about done, but
You didn't touch it today, right? I know
I
it's gonna
didn't
be too
touch
late.
it today. I didn't.
Okay.
I was like, if this one is a blowout too, then I'm definitely done. And
The blowouts are done, bro. We've talked about it so much that then the NBA is going to send in some reinforcements. I'm sure of it. I am so sure of it.
they did something to Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown's shooting hand for this one, maybe because it is ugly so far.
Yeah, it's going way under. Tonight I just have actually Jalen Brown over 6.5 rebounds. I don't know. He's got 3 right now. There's 5 minutes left in the third quarter, so we'll see. It's not looking great, but you think with both teams shooting so poorly, there'd be more rebounds to go around, but hasn't been the case. It's been so hit or miss this playoffs, really for both East and West. It's been tough to get a read on it, so I've just been doing kind of player props here and there, but I haven't been doing anything too crazy besides I got the Heat and the Warriors in that parlay. And then we gave out a couple picks going into the round. So other than that, I haven't really been betting like spreads or overs game in and game out.
No point totals in NBA games like the over under are so difficult. Yeah, like you're taking because there's so many meaningless free throws at the end of games where you're gritting your teeth. It's like I
or
almost
the
never
game's
do
just
it.
not competitive. With a lot of these games have been blowouts, so it's like they're not even trying. Like the clock's just running out. Like I think tonight the over under for the first half was like 100 points, and I don't think it was even close. I think it was way under. I think it was like 30 something to 40 something in the first half. So maybe 80 points. So yeah, it's been too tough for me to bet these overs and unders. I've just been betting daily baseball and then some player props here and there. NHL, I got my parlay in, so I've just been locked and loaded in that.
You know it's bad when daily baseball is the more stable thing to bet.
Yeah.
That's how brutal it is.
Yeah.
Well, with Greg's bet against list, which we'll get into in a little bit here, I mean, it's been pretty solid. I've been doing okay with the parlays too. I've been cashing out sometimes with baseball, with daily baseball. If I make like a full daily bet, it's been kind to me, the payouts on that, and I'll be able to just like take that for less just on the single. It's not as high of a payout if I just leave it, but baseball does get tricky. But if you get a couple right, they let you cash it out. That's been working for me. But I can't believe you guys just touched upon the NHL for a little bit. That has been the most consistent betting for me. I've actually been murdering game to game hockey bets. They've been easy. It's crazy.
Are you betting money line? Are you betting the puck line?
I don't touch the puck line unless it's the Rangers, just because that's just more fun for me. Oh my god, when they hit that 3 second -1.5,
yeah,
that was awesome. But also, I'm gonna be honest, a couple games ago I had them +1.5, and it was the same thing on the opposite side. So that really, that really evened out for me. But I've been hitting Rangers money line. I hit that Blues money line, the one game they won. And otherwise, I have Avalanche in the series, so I'm excited about that one. My one problem with my future is I had Calgary. I got sucked up with into those uniforms, into the Battle of Alberta, and I wanted the Flames to do it. But I've been taking the Oilers from game to game. I mean, they're unbelievable. McDavid, this is unbelievable. Yeah. So I've been really enjoying that. It's also easy for me to win NHL when my team is winning. So I've been betting the Rangers. I have Rangers in 6 the whole time from the beginning. So I'm really hyped about that. And we're just playing really well. Hockey has been one of my, I just started really, really getting into it. But even in the past, Greg, when you used to get me into it back in the day, remember when we used to project it on the wall? And I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I really feel like I'm at the rink.
Well, when it's full screen, when it's, 120 inch screen, it's next level.
So that's when I really got into it, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Like that was the beginning. And it was still kind of predictable. Like, I don't know what it is. Like a lot of people just not betting hockey, but a lot of the way the series play out, you know what I mean? Like you win a home, we win some home games, you steal one on the road. Like it's been kind of easy to project how it's going to go. Like the Rangers need to win game 5 if they're going to win this series. You know what I mean? Because like if they lose game 5, then they battle out game 6. Like they're going to lose game 7 probably back in Carolina. Like we just kind of, I feel like we have so much experience with series. I don't know. But just to jump into the Warriors Dallas, where
real quick, I want to finish off NHL because I have a question for you guys. Yeah. For the NHL stuff, I have a parlay going. It's Edmonton, it's the Avalanche, who I think are up 3-1 right now.
Yeah, they're murdering
in a closeout game, so I'm not worried about that. I think Edmonton's up 2-1. They play tomorrow, if I remember correctly.
It's 3. Is it 3? Yeah, dude, they won yesterday. Oh, they played tonight. It's 3-1, isn't it?
I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm pretty sure it's 3-1, man.
Either way. Oh yeah, it's 3-1. You're right. So I'm not worried about that. It's 2-2 for the Rangers.
Hell yeah, it's 2-2, son.
Am I hedging it out? Carolina's +225 to win in 6 and +225 to win in 7. So it's the same odds for each.
They're not going to win in 6.
I have 100 to win $700. So if I put $50 on each, it hedges it out. And I'm up a little bit of money either way. Or do I just let it rock and?
I'll take them in 7. Don't take them in 6. If they have not won one single game on the road, true. And then they're going to win an MSG where the Rangers are on a 5-game winning streak, it's just very unlikely.
In a closeout,
to be honest with you. And I honestly think they're going to win. What's could happen is we beat Carolina in Carolina, and then they come in a closeout and they beat us at home, and then we go back to Carolina, which would be crazy tough to be honest. Like that would be a more crazy NHL scenario, and I see that even more than Carolina in 6. I don't see them beating us twice in a row. We bullied them at the end of that last game, man. We literally bullied them.
And we should have won the first game. I mean, that was we threw that game away.
They're the worst team against the power plays, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're out there and you're listening, you haven't bet anything, I love the Rangers to win in 6 and the Rangers to win in 7 or plus 330. If I had no bets, I would bet that. And honestly, I would bet Edmonton just whatever their series money is, just to juice it up a little bit. Minus 600 just adds a little bit to it. So that's what I would do if I had absolutely no bets right now. Because I have it, then yeah, I'll throw a half a unit on Carolina in 7 just to hedge it out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch that, but I wouldn't mind that.
Okay.
But Carolina in 6 is tough.
I'm with you.
Going down my parlays and seeing the check mark around Tampa was amazing. Even though I'm terrified of them. They killed it this series.
I'm so mad I didn't bet them and throw it in because the odds would have been crazy, but I had no read on that, and to see them just come out and absolutely steamroll, I don't know if they have futures up for to win the whole thing right now. Oh yeah, Lightning's plus 260. I don't hate that. I think they're the best team right now. Maybe the Avalanche, but
and the Oilers, man, dude. Almost every team, but even
too.
Honest to God, the last game of the Rangers was really good. Other than that, I wouldn't put them anywhere. But last game was amazing. So just on that sample, yeah. I mean, what I was gonna say before yes, Tampa killed them Warrior style. Right?
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say.
They really did.
And at the end of the day, who should have showed up for last game was the Flames, and they just didn't. And that's what Dallas was supposed to do. Dallas was supposed to show up in game 3, and they just didn't. And even though game 4, was a click, which the Flames obviously were not able to do, I don't know, dude. I really compare these series because I think that Dallas lost their momentum. Even though they just won and, okay, here we go. There's no way they're going to come back from a 3-0. But if it was, even if they, if they won the game 3, then they would have had that momentum going into game 4. Yeah. Now we're talking. You know what I mean? So I think that they kind of fudged up this series for themselves by not bringing that game 4 energy into game 3, that's why I'm saying with this series, man, I feel like we get it. You know what I mean? The Rangers had to win game 3 in order to win game 4. They had to, in order to make this a series.
Yep.
The Flames lost the series because they lost game 3.
Game 3, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like we see how these are going. And you've been yelling at me, all week about, and not just you, a lot of my friends, about my transgressions on the Warriors. And Chip, too. I mean, I think I was still right on the role players thing at home. Kevin Looney's just not that guy. But, dude, Steph Curry is just unbelievable. This is the Steph Curry legacy playoffs. He is showing everybody that he is not just the best shooter, he is now the best point guard. He's now in the conversation. If he wins with these, Andrew Wiggins, that's the guy that we're all relying on. I know that Klay Thompson's having an unbelievable series. I know Greg's going to throw some stats at me right now. But, dude, I still don't think this team would even touch the old Warriors, the 2015, 2017 Warriors.
So these Warriors wouldn't beat those Warriors.
I don't even think they would win a game.
The Durant Warriors, you mean?
Durant Warriors or pre. Both of those.
The pre-Durant Warriors.
Both of those Warriors teams.
Durant Warriors, yeah, because Durant's the best player on the team.
Yeah, maybe they take one this team. And so that's where I was going with when the Warriors are back. The Warriors are back. No, they're not back. They just have amazing players at home. And the Dallas is just, you're talking about bad players. Reggie Bullock went 0 for 1 zillion. You know what I mean? That was the worst game I've ever seen by Dallas in game 3. And you know how we feel about high usage players in the playoffs. So I'm not shocked by what the Warriors are doing, but are you guys really that impressed? Am I crazy here? Am I just holding on to my take?
Wait, what do you mean you're not impressed by what the Warriors are doing?
Are you guys impressed by this? Are you guys like, yo, this is it? Like, this is the championship Warriors team. They're by far like this is like, every single year we have a championship team, and you're like, wow, like this team is gonna go down as one of the best, right? Are the Warriors that team for you? Like even the Bucks last year, you're like, yo, like this team, they're gonna dynasty it up. Like, what are your feelings about this Warriors team right now?
Yeah, I thought the Bucks were, I thought the Bucks were the favorite if Middleton didn't get hurt, but I think the Warriors are the championship team. Yeah, they look like it right now, and the Suns were really exposed and were a regular season team more than anything, and that's how they looked. And yeah, the Warriors look like the Warriors again. Obviously, they don't have Kevin Durant, but Steph is out of his mind good, and Thompson looks good and
healthy.
And healthy. And they have one of the best coaches, and they have Jordan Poole now too.
I love Steve Kerr so much.
He's amazing. He's so good. And yeah. And obviously adding Jordan Poole and him becoming the player he's become just changes so much there.
At home.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
not on the road. Like, am I blind? Like, I'm watching these games. Everyone's like Kevin Looney, the best. Jordan Poole, the best. But then, like, he goes on the road and he sucks. Like, what am I watching?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what the records are and if they'll have home court in the finals. What the records are in comparison to the Celtics and Heat.
I don't know about the Heat, but they're definitely gonna have it over the Celtics.
Okay. Yeah, because the Heat were the 1 seed. Yeah.
If I am the Warriors, I am more worried about the Celtics and the Heat. I don't know if that's as easy of a series as you guys think. Celtics play really good defense. And that's not the Warriors game.
It's the NBA Finals. It's not gonna be easy.
No. I think it would be easy versus the Heat. To be honest,
you think the Warriors would whoop the Heat?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Maybe.
They don't match up. Tyler Hero's hurt.
Nah, Tyler Hero, whatever.
Bam and Dre, and then what? Butler. I to be honest, that's a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Celtics Warriors, that's 7.
Yeah, and it's definitely a much better matchup with like Marcus Smart and Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like you have smaller guys on smaller guys that can play really well.
Superstars.
You have Bam versus Robin Williams. It's going to be a great matchup. It's definitely Al Horford coming there banging down low. So I mean, yeah, I definitely think that's definitely a better matchup.
Yeah, Draymond kind of negates Bam in that series for sure.
His backpack shot.
If it's the Heat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but John, to your overall point, like I never felt, and maybe I misspoke earlier, or maybe I was just given the vibes. Like I never thought this Warriors team was as good as the Warriors teams of past. I just thought every single round and early on in these playoffs, you just wrote them off every step of the way, and I'm just like, I don't know about that. I don't know. I just felt like Steph was playing well. I mean, Clay, these guys are older, so they're not as good as they were, but Clay's shooting just as good as he's ever shot. He's scoring just as much as he's ever scored. So the defense might not be there that he once had, but offensively, he's fine. Draymond's
He doesn't
fine.
need to dribble. All he needs to do is make shots.
So, and the path that they had, I mean, the Nuggets had no chance. And then I'm blanking on who they had in the second round, but the path that they've had just been it's matched up so well for them. Like last episode,
the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. Last episode, you said in one sentence, you're like, they haven't lost a game on the road, and then you're like, the next sentence, you're like, yeah, but I don't like them. They're overrated. I'm like, what do you mean? They haven't lost a game at home. Like I'm just like confused.
Yeah, they're not going to lose a game at home.
Yeah, so like exactly. So they're not going to lose a game at home. That's a pretty good team. So that's all. That's all I've been saying this time. I definitely don't think like they're definitely not as good as the Kevin Durant team. I don't think they're as good as they were when they were matched up against Cleveland every year. But they don't need to be at this point. It's a well-run machine. They add in people like Poole, like Peyton early in the playoffs before he got hurt. Like
that's another thing.
They're chilling.
That's why I'm writing them off. Right? We have a Steph Curry foot injury, which scares the ever-living hell out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a diehard Warriors fan. But I'm like, if he has a foot injury, I'm terrified. We have Clay now. worse on defense, and they're
Yeah.
already a bad defensive team, and he's injury. You know what I mean? He just came back, so who knows if he's going to be able to handle the playoffs? Aggressive Memphis. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking about here. Draymond can't hit a shot with his backpack on. I don't know.
The other thing too, you got me in such a pickle. I'm like the biggest Steph Curry hater and Warriors hater.
And I'm not.
And now for this playoffs, I'm like so mad at you that I'm like looking up stats about why Steph Curry is great, and I hate the guy.
I love it. That's the
I love
craziest part
Steph.
here.
I
love Steph. He's one of my favorite players ever. So that's the whole thing.
Good shooter, nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else except for he's carrying a bunch of bums to the championship right
They're
now.
not bums. They're not bums. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they're not bums. Poole's not a bum when you can score 30. Yes, I get it, it's at home, but guess what? Half of the games are at home.
It's with Steph, is what I'm saying. I think that's my point.
Yeah.
Like without Steph Curry, this is nothing. Like Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, and Wiggins.
And that's what got me fired up before when it's like, oh, Steph should be MVP. Steph should be MVP. No, Luka should be MVP because if Luka goes down, Dallas might be the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah.
If Steph Curry goes down, they're still an okay
What happens
team.
with the Warriors if Steph Curry gets hurt?
They're
How
still
good do you
okay.
think? Oh my God!
They're still okay. They still have okay players.
Yeah,
If Steph Curry gets hurt, they're a lottery team. They're a lottery team if he gets hurt.
Half the league's a lottery team. I don't know what that means. I'm talking about like a top 5 pick. They're not a top 5 pick if Steph Curry gets hit.
They're
not top 5 pick. No,
they're top. They're
bananas.
at least top 10. They're at least top 10.
Me again. That's the bottom third of the league.
All I'm saying is they're just
So Steph Curry's getting penalized because he has better players than Luka does.
Yeah, and he's on a better team. He's not the most valuable player. Luka's the most valuable player. That's been my argument all along with Steph Curry. All the love, all the stuff. He's a good shooter. I get it.
I mean,
he's an absolute
I don't
liability.
think you do get it if that's all you think he is.
He's been an absolute liability on defense for 20-something years now. He's okay passer. Okay.
No, he's a really good passer.
He's an elite passer. He's the greatest point guard I've ever seen. I think he's the greatest point guard of all time.
Oh, I mean, you're the guy over here that said Chris Paul's the best point guard.
I never said Chris Paul was the best point guard of all time.
Led the league in assists 2 years in a row.
One of the best point guards of all time. I think he's one of the 5 best.
Yeah, so it's funny, like we're all over the map here. I'm supposed to be the Warriors hater. I love Steph Curry. I don't think if he got off the team they'd be a lottery like a bottom 5 team. But yeah, I mean I don't think if he wasn't 100%. Jordan Poole's not dropping 30, bro. It's just not happening. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think this version of Klay Thompson is going to be really good if Steph Curry is not on top of his game.
I think we're coming to an agreement that they're not as good as they once were, but they're still the favorite to win the whole thing for right reasons. They're still a very good team. They're well put together. They're playing really well.
Can I be honest? I still think it's the Celtics.
What's up?
I still think it's the Celtics. I think the Celtics should be the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that they play the Celtics, and I actually don't. I hope that they play the Heat, and the Heat win.
For your future. But I'm saying I think the Celtics are the best team. They have the best offense and the best defense. Like I think they're going to beat the Warriors. But I'm not a hater. I would 100% be rooting for the Warriors with everything I have in my body. If it's the Celtics versus the Warriors, I'm telling you. But I think the Celtics are a better team. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't want them to get there. So that's really the point I was making.
I would be in such a bad spot if it was Warriors Celtics. I don't know who I would be rooting for.
You know who to hate more. So do you guys have any bets going on for the NBA before we move on?
I have Celtics in 7 and Warriors in 6 parlay. So I need Mavs to win one more. I need this one to go 7, which I think is more likely than the Mavs win another game. But that's the one I have with these 2 games left.
Yeah, I have the parlay. I have the bet for Jaylen Brown over 6.5, so 7 rebounds. He's at 4 right now at the end of the third quarter. Nice. And I'm pulling up the sports book right now to see what the Heat are live because they're down 11 going into the fourth. They're plus 560. He's got me thinking.
All right.
So I might put that in. I'll let you know. We can keep moving.
All right. The only things I got are Celtics in 7. I had Dallas just as a series bet, just for fun. But I always had Warriors in 6. I thought that Dallas was gonna win their 2 home games, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying? Win 3 and 4, then lose in 5, and then just ended in 6. They weren't gonna win, again. But hopefully those playoffs get a little better. We talked NHL, Colorado 3-2 now, 4 minutes left. Blues not going away easy.
Ooh.
And they're pressing too. Let's move on to some golf. Oh, just tied it. 3-3.
Oh, baby.
Blues
Not going away.
avalanche.
Not going away.
So let's talk some golf here because I have a lot to learn here. I just started betting for real. Once we started doing this, we got the Masters. I got all into it. Started taking some top 40 parlays for the championship this past weekend. Didn't go so well for me. I have an axe to pick, man. I need some help because Scheffler, my guy, my dude. I watched so much of you. I watched so much.
Cooled off.
Dude, what the hell was that? Couldn't even play on the weekend. Tiger Woods can't even play on the weekend. Tiger Woods had the highest odds. Like, he was minus 110 to be top 40. What's going on, bro? Everyone else, I was like Homa, all those other guys I was in on. Fitzpatrick, I even had Matt. So that was fun. But dude, like, talk to me. Like, what am I missing here, guys? Like, the top golfer and the one with the lowest odds at minus 110, they couldn't even make the top 40.
Oh, Tiger's hurt. Tiger's really hurt.
Oh, you gonna tell me that every time he does bad?
He almost lost his legs. I don't know what you want the guy to do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
it was hurting him to walk, is what he said.
First of all, he's putting out videos with Barstool, taking nice ganders. He's making interviews. Telling me it's the best he's felt. He's even doing better than he was at the Masters.
That was before he actually played. Yeah, I think it's really hard for him to put 4 rounds together. I think it's hard for him to put 2 rounds together, much less.
Why the hell is he minus 110, bro?
Because they know people are going to bet him. They're out the casinos are out
Dummies.
to make money.
Yeah.
You know how many people bet Tiger Woods? I can't even imagine how many people bet Tiger Woods to win that Masters when he came back and played the Masters. The amount of money that must have went in on Tiger Woods.
I would love to see like the percentage of bets for a golf. That would be wild to see instead of like just 2 teams in a matchup, but a 40, 50, 60 person field. I bet you it's a ton on Tiger, and that's why they do it. That's why they shorten those odds. They don't want the exposure, and I mean rightfully so. I mean if he ends up winning something, they got to pay out a ton because a ton of people are betting it. So, other than that, with the parlays and with the to make the top 40 and stuff like that, like John, I was saying to you off camera before we started, I think I was even saying it last episode, you just never know with these guys. That's why I just try to do the individuals. Sometimes I do like a top 5 or top 10 parlay, and I might put 2 or 3 guys in there. But people are going to have bad rounds. I mean, last week I had Will Zalatoris, but then I also had, I think, Scheffler. He didn't make the cut. Morikawa barely made the cut.
I had Morikawa too. And Dustin Johnson pissing me off.
Yeah, I mean, it just happens, man. So like sometimes they just had a bad week. Sometimes the course isn't good for them. Like there's so many factors that go into it. That's why if you really got into the golf betting and you really dove in and week out and looked at stuff like this week, we got Charles Schwab Challenge coming up. You can look at the course. You can look at the previous winners, how people have played recently in similar courses, how people have played recently at that course. I'm not sure where the course is right now for it, so you can really dive into it and really try to get sharp. But at the end of the day, it's a 70-person. It's like betting NASCAR. It's a 70-person field. Someone's gonna get hot that you haven't heard of, like last week, and then choke at the end and throw it away. So. Like
the Avalanche just came back and scored in classic FIFA style.
Let's go. So it's just tough. It's tough to predict. That's why the odds are so big. That's why I usually take 2 or 3 guys at a quarter of a unit. So if you're betting $100, I'll throw $25 on a few guys. Last week I had Zalatoris, $25, I think, to win $800. And he puked all over him. He didn't really puke all over himself. Justin Thomas drove the green in the 3rd playoff hole. And sometimes, you just get outplayed in the playoffs. So happens.
What happened to your boy Spieth?
Chip? Where did he finish?
I don't even know. I'm just glad I did not. I forget how long I contemplated putting money on him, but it wasn't for very long, and I ended up not putting any money on him.
Yeah,
I did bet on Rory though. I did bet on Rory because I was just like, I don't want this. And I saw it. It was funny as hell. I saw a video of him holding his kid, and he was like looking at a picture, and he was goofing around, and he's like, "This is back when I was good." Yeah, and I was like, "Shit! If he's ever gonna win again, it's gonna be now when he's walking around with his kid." And I took him. It was like plus 1,500 or something. It was good. I mean, and I got sucked in. And of course, he did classic Rory on Sunday. No pressure, made a run when everyone knew he wasn't going to win. And that's why if you're going to take Rory, you got to take top 10 Rory.
Yeah.
Because top 10 Rory at a major. Because that last day, Sunday, he's going to, when there's no pressure on him because he's not going to win, he's going to move in. And I can't wait for the British Open to take him in the top 10 because he's going to be in the top 10 at the British Open.
Dude, here's the thing. I'm starting to trust Rory as well. I know every time I message you about it, you make fun of me.
Not to win, right? Not to win.
Exactly. I know you keep yelling at me about that, but like Rory's one of those guys I keep watching. This is like my, I don't know, handful of tournaments that I'm watching because I'm betting. Rory now, he's catching my eye. Like he's always in the mix. I just need you to be in the mix, bro. I don't bet people to win. I'm not that guy.
Well, Thomas was a guy who he's always in the mix and like
Thomas
analytics, the nerd
I have nothing
stuff.
bad to say. I got nothing bad to say about Homa.
Yeah, this guy's gonna win.
About Thomas. Yeah. I got nothing bad to say about these guys. But Koepka, my boy Koepka, I think I'm out.
Jesus,
I'm out.
You're lighting your money on fire to bet on him right now.
Yo,
talk about cold.
Okay, so Greg, you have a bet against for baseball that we're working on. I have a bet against right now for golf.
All right, we could start it. It's just Brooks Koepka.
Koepka is number one. I'm putting Woods. I can't bet him top 40. If the next day you're gonna tell me his legs, then okay, his legs. Like those two right now are off. And let me ask you a question: am I putting Dustin Johnson, or is that just a one time? Because Dustin Johnson from +6 twice in a row, bro. He's VJ Singh. That's exactly what VJ Singh did.
He played good in the Masters.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But VJ Singh got +6 when I was watching them the Masters. So that's exactly what Dustin Johnson just did to me. So is he on my bet against list, or do I keep it rolling?
Dustin Johnson, I would not put him on a bet against list.
Okay. So he said, well, I wouldn't bet like him not to make it. I'm just saying about my putting him in my parlays. I don't know. There's some hesitation. Dustin Johnson might be out. Okay, keep it for now.
I'd keep him, man. I'd keep him, man. He's still.
Right, so he's still rolling.
Koepka, I would keep out. Keep out.
They cost me $25,000, bro. They cost. Yeah. I had a nice parlay go for $5, and I had like 10 golfers to just be top 40. I would have hit that $25,000.
Brutal.
I'm making a bet against.
Tough.
Making a bet against this.
Yeah. So those two guys. I mean, what kills me too is the Justin Thomas thing. Is like, I talked him up so much for the Masters. New caddy, Phil Mickelson's guy. Knows the courses really well. He's playing pretty good, and he comes back and rips my heart out and just kills me this week. So shout out to him. Happy for him. I don't know. Do you guys have any bets for this tournament coming up this weekend?
I do. Yeah, the Charles Schwab Challenge.
I love it.
I mean, obviously I didn't know anything about it, but I realized they play it at the same country club every year. They've played it since 1946 at this Colonial Country Club, I think it's called.
Yeah, in Texas. Yeah.
In Texas. Yeah, and it's like the longest running non-major tournament to be played at the same course.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of, obviously these guys play the course so much. There's a lot of like repeat success with these guys. So I took 2 winners, which is what I usually do when I bet golf. I bet 2 straight up winners. And I took Justin Rose as a long shot because he won in 2018 and he shot -20. So he shot really well. Yeah.
All right, Justin Rose. Let's go.
And plus on DraftKings +6,500 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just finished 13th in the PGA Championship. That was my one. And then Tony Finau is plus 4,000. And again, he finished second in 2019. So a few years ago. But I don't know. He's playing well. He didn't play great, I guess, in the PGA Championship, but he's a really good player.
I like him too.
I like him a lot, and I like that plus 4,000 too. And so I took him, and I had to take a parlay. Took a top 10 parlay, and I took Justin Thomas after what he just did. I think he's gonna stay hot, and I put Willie Z in there too, because his strengths I think will put him in there. I think it's a important course, like I think I read like for your approach to the green, your short game, it's really important. I think Willie Z and Justin Thomas will be good there. And I think it was the two of them combined for plus 650, I want to say, on FanDuel.
That's pretty good.
Do they have a cut, or do they have a top 40 parlay?
I'm sure FanDuel has the cut.
Yeah, they have the cut.
Yes,
the cut, missed the cut.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go, boys. Let's see how it goes this time around. Let's see if anyone's added to the list.
Yeah, I'm following Chip a little bit here. I'm going Justin Rose, Tony Finau. I'm throwing in my guy Kevin Na.
I was thinking about him too. Yeah,
all to be top 10 plus 12,000. So I'll throw $50 on that, half a unit to win 6,000. That's easy enough for me.
Okay, let me ask you this: while I'm creating my parlay of misses and cuts, is Homa the real deal, or is he about to fall off after I take him again? Because he's been good to me.
That's the Barstool. Barstool loves him, right?
Yeah.
Big Cat. Yeah.
My guy, Big Cat. I came in front. I love Big Cat.
Yeah, Homa, it's hard to be like no against Homa. He's such a likable guy.
He just hasn't had any like sustained success, so it's
tough. That's the thing.
But he's been playing well, and he's getting to the third day, fourth day. He's making cuts.
That's the thing. It's like it's riding the hot hand too. Which is you may want to do it right now until he's not the hot hand anymore. So, but it's risky to put him in a parlay if that's what you're asking. But
okay.
What are the odds? What are the odds on him?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Almost minus 370.
So then, he's out.
You gotta take him, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so Justin Rose is minus 260. I forgot to add one guy that I mentioned that I didn't mention. Also on I'm not putting it in my parlay list is JJ Spawn. JJ Spawn. All I did was read about him, hear about him, all these freaking things. Oh my God! The Blues just tied it 4-4 with less than a minute left.
Wow.
Anyway, all I heard about JJ Spawn playing the best golf, missed the cut at the Masters, sucked last tournament too. I'm not taking him again, bro. He's off. He's off my list. But the last guy I'll ask about.
Brooks Koepka, Tiger Woods, and is it JJ
Spawn?
JJ Spawn. Those are my three right now.
By the way, Kevin Kisner minus 215 to make the cut. He won the tournament in 2017.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
That's a pretty good one.
All right, I got Kisner in there. Am I throwing in Berger? I took Berger last.
He won it in 2020. He won the tournament.
Right.
So
I mean, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, done. All right, let's go. That right there is plus 700, and then I'm about to throw in a bunch of other things like the Rangers and stuff. This will be fun.
Perfect.
All right, on to another bet against list. Greg,
baseball.
How we doing?
Baseball's been doing okay for me right now.
Let me ask you a question. I have a lot of division parlays, and a lot of them, the one difference is Mets and Braves, and there's cash out options. Am I thinking about cashing out either of those?
I think at this point, like I wouldn't really be looking. I mean, are you up money on them? Like, is it really good?
It's not crazy. Nothing's crazy, but I'm plus money on both of them right now. But the Mets have dropped and the Braves have gone up on the cash out.
Yeah, Braves have been playing okay. Phillies have been playing okay, which is good. I got them in a parlay, which is nice. But the Mets have been okay. I think we lost our second series of the year this week against San Francisco with our loss today. So we've been doing okay. We're a little banged up at one position, which is always scary. That's starting pitching, which is probably the most important position. So it's really scary.
That whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although what's
Can't
nice
win.
about the Mets this year is we got bats, man. We threw up 13 in 2 straight games, I think. So or
Dude,
maybe 11.
DeGrom throwing off the mound today.
Yeah, my whole thing with these guys is like, don't rush them back. Like, we're okay. We got bats. We can score. So it's not like previous years where we had to win every game 2-1 or 3-0 and stuff. So we just can't be giving up 9 runs in the first 2 innings every day. So today was a fluke. It's whatever. We'll bounce back. I wouldn't cash anything out yet. I mean, the Yankees have been looking really good, points differential wise. The Dodgers obviously are smoking people. But other than that, we're right up there points differential-wise with everyone. So I would let it rock. We're still so early in the season. It's crazy.
That's facts. That's a fact. All right. I just wanted to get your pulse on it because obviously you're all over that division. You watch all those games. I don't. I'm sticking with – honestly, usually I'm paying attention to the entire AL East because of my Yankees. But
Me too, yeah.
This year, the Red Sox are starting to blip on my radar
a little bit, yeah.
But honestly, like I've just been like casually checking on the Blue Jays, casually checking on the Rays. But we are, dude, the Yankees and the Twins, and the Dodgers. Every time I see them in all my parlays, I have a big smile on my face. I'm so happy with those choices. Like the Twins, it was like plus 700, but. They upgraded everywhere, bro. I don't understand. Like,
and the White Sox didn't do anything. They let people go and they didn't even add people. So yeah, that was a great go.
The Angels are the one team that's like, I have them. I'm holding out hope, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Do you guys have any like different thoughts on this baseball season? Anything change, or we're kind of rocking the same way?
No, I just wanted to ask Greg if the Guardians are on his bet against list because I've won a couple times betting against them.
I don't think so. I don't think they're crazy one way or the other. Were they Cleveland?
Yeah.
I have them one of my division parlays, but honestly, that one's a hedge one. If I'm being honest, I don't really trust them at all.
Yeah, I mean, they're 50% at home, 47% on the road, so nothing too crazy.
Really?
I talked last week about Oakland and how Oakland was amazing on the road and they're terrible at home. A team it's happened to a lot recently, so they're actually right there with them, is San Diego.
I saw San Diego's crazy on the road. I know that.
I didn't realize that at all.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about them. Oakland, we're like, oh, they have a terrible stadium, blah, blah, blah. San Diego, it's beautiful down there, so I don't know why they would be so good on the road. But both teams, 75% covering on the road. And then at home, let me flip that over. At home, Oakland's 25%, San Diego's 30% covering. So
Jesus.
When they're home, bet against. When they're on the road, bet for. Let that rock. Other than that, I'm taking the Yankees pretty much every night, the Dodgers pretty much every night, and the Mets pretty much every day. And it's been going
The Astros are scaring me.
It has. One thing that I was listening to Barstool today, Brandon Walker pointed out, and I actually really like, so I'm going to start doing it too, is when you bet a baseball game, just throw in like the most popular guy to get a hit.
I always do that.
He was talking about
easy.
He was talking about San Diego today. It was like minus 130, and then if you throw Manny Machado get a hit in there, it's plus 130. So I did that today with the Mets and Nimmo, and it went from like minus 150 to like plus 150 to like plus 200 something. So, and Nimmo is just a sure thing right now.
I couldn't believe that was in the same day parlays as you could bet people taking a hit. Like I do that with the Yankees all the time. I'm like, all right, here's 3 guys that if the Yankees win, they have to get hits. You know what I mean? And some of them are easy, like Judge, but some of them are fun, like Trevino. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like
an IKF.
That's the thing. Like I had McNeil, Nimmo, Judge, and who's the other guy you guys got? Rizzo to get a hit today.
Today. You know what's so funny, dude? You were yelling at me about you need a Rizzo home run, need a Rizzo home run.
Oh, I would have been rich if I had a Rizzo home run the other night.
And then today he gets a home run right away. I'm like, oh.
It killed me. But yeah, McNeil killed me
Good.
today because he got hurt in the third inning and got taken out. So that sucked. I missed that one. But yeah, I mean, just throwing those little player to get a hits in, that's great. I'm looking right now. I don't see it, but I'm gonna dive in a little deeper. I don't know if there's like players to hit a triple, but like Brandon Nimmo on the Mets hits one like every other game. So
players to hit a triple,
dude. He has so many.
That's interesting.
He has so many. I don't know if
We're getting into the weeds here.
League leader triples.
Can you believe that Aaron Judge is plus 160 to be the regular season home run leader?
It's insane, but he's just on such a pace that
I can't believe
it's not
it,
fair.
It makes sense on a contract year.
Do you remember what he was before the season started? Because I'm sure he was.
I think it was like plus 800. Oh, the Blues just won in the overtime.
Oh shit! Series not
3-2.
over, folks.
Oh no! Oh, was that overtime intermission? Oh, come on! You can't do that to me.
You got caught on a replay?
It was a replay.
Oh
my God!
We might have to end the podcast there. That might be it, folks.
That was a replay.
Jeez,
I'm not paying attention. I'm on the pod. It's just I have a go, and I just saw him celebrating on the corner.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's really it for baseball. Bet against Oakland and San Diego when they're home. Bet for them when they're on the road. Mets, Yankees, Dodgers. Best teams in baseball. -1.5 every night. Even if they're
the Twins are still plus 125 to win the division.
Yeah. White Sox aren't going away. White Sox aren't going away. They're going to get healthy. They're so hurt right now, and they're only a couple games back. If their pitching gets going, they can win the division. They might not. Might not be able to make a run in the playoffs, but they could win the division.
Fair. All right, that wraps it up. Anyone have anything else to add?
Just that I'm looking at the NL East the NL East standings every day to watch the Nationals because I have them for worst record.
Oh.
So go every team that's playing the Nationals.
I love that.
They won a spectacular 1-0 today against the Dodgers. I couldn't believe it.
That I did not. I thought when the season started and the Reds were playing as bad as they were, that I had no chance with that one. And now it's just become so fun to watch that. Now they're 15-30 and the Reds are 13-30. I'm like, thought I had no chance, and now they're just as bad as the Reds. It's going to be so fun to watch that one. They're like so bad.
That's great. But yo, you're talking about the White Sox not going away. I know this is a little bit into the weeds, but dude, their run differential is -35.
Yeah,
-35, bro.
La Russa's gonna get fired.
Dude, they're
500.
I know, but the -35 is a really bad.
They lost
stat,
like 16-2 the other night.
Even the Cleveland's +6.
Yeah. They give up a ton of runs. They don't have any pitching. I'm just looking at their record now. They lost 16. They lost 16-3 the other night to the Red Sox, which is just atrocious because they stink. They lost 10-4 to the Yankees, 15-7 to the Yankees. Like, they just give up a lot of runs.
Dude, you know what's crazy, man? Every time I look at it,
11-1.
Astros only one game up on the Angels. That you talk about watching people who like Nationals to lose every night. All I do is watch the Astros to lose every night, and it's been going it doesn't go well all the time, but the Angels are right there, dude, for the first time. Usually it's like the Angels, sounds good, but we're going for a wild card. Who knows? They need this division. Then they have a better run differential. Speaking of run differential, Mets +45.
Next closest, we hit the ball now. It's a whole new team. It's incredible.
Next closest is the Marlins, who are fourth in the division at +12. Dude,
we smoke cats. It's not like today was a blowout, and it's the first one of the season possibly.
Yo, Chip, Washington -63.
Oh, I love
killing it right now. It's Pittsburgh. From what I see, it's Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Washington. That's the bottom three.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kansas City's creeping up in there.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
classic.
it's going to
All
be
right, well
close.
done. Well
A
done,
race
bro.
to the
Well done.
finish.
Well done. That's awesome.
Race
I
to the
hope-
finish 4 months from now. Still, it's a long race. It's a marathon to the finish.
Dude,
It's just going to be fun to watch that.
For baseball, it could be a blowout down there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. That ends today's podcast. If you're not already subscribed on our Knicks, Jets, etc. YouTube, I don't know what you're doing. We have great guests on our Knicks pod. We have amazing guests on our Jets pods. The season, it's off season, but it's always the on season with both of those teams. Winning Picks Weekly is there, one of the playlists. We got shorts run by our boy Greg, the video producer of Knicks, Jets, etc. We're killing it out there. Make sure you subscribe. Chip Murphy 7, Twitter. He's on a bunch of basketball podcasts right
Chip,
now. He's
got
going.
anything coming up that you want to plug or anything?
Yeah, we're doing our draft
Drafts.
series.
Hell yeah.
So for Nick's State of Mind, we have another one coming out with Derek Murray, who scouts the draft NBA stuff. He's really good. We got that coming out, and hopefully by the time this comes out, hopefully our episode with Stacey Patton from the Strickland will be out by then. And
Okay.
so we have those two coming out, and we're working on getting more. And yeah, we're just doing for Nick's State of Mind, we're just doing draft content now, obviously right now, and that's what we're focusing on. And Knicks Fan TV. Yeah, I'm writing for Knicks Fan TV, of course.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
you got
so-
me thinking we should do a little NBA draft prop episode.
100%. 100%.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
Chip's. That's
for
Chip's
sure.
game, and he's our Jersey guy. So we're gonna have to be a little more strategic on this one.
Yep.
I'm actually have to go to Jersey for this one, not screaming at him 5 minutes before the draft. Yeah, we'll be better there. But yeah, we also have on our Knicks, we have Corey Taluba, NBA draft guy,
Oh,
puts out
nice.
that magazine coming out soon. So definitely subscribe there. Our Twitter, Knicks Jets, etc. Apple, Spotify. Just leave a comment. Talk to us about our gambling stuff. Let us know if you want more segments. Let us know how you want us to go, how you listen to this pod, what you have going, as Greg always says. He
Yeah,
wants
let
to know
us
what you
you're
bet.
taking. So
Yeah,
we can
follow-
tell you. Not so we can feed you. We will tell you because we know our listeners are the best.
For sure. And Chip always out there on the Twitter giving you
Oh,
the
yeah.
daily bets. So there it is, guys. Anybody have anything else to add before we get out of here? Watch the Blues not replay overtime.
No, let's go Mets and let's go Rangers.
Let's go